Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve the question, which is the problem of the day of LeetCode, which is find the winner of an array game. So this is a medium level problem, and let's see the problem. Uh, Given an integer array of distinct integers and an integer k. Okay, this is given to us. A game will be played between the first two elements of the array, that is array of 0 and array of 1. In each round of the game, we compare array of 0 with array of 1. Okay, the larger integer wins and remains at position 0, and the smaller integer moves to the end of the array. The game ends when the integer wins k consecutive rounds. Okay, so return the integer which will win the game. Okay, and it is granted that there will be a winner of the game. So, okay, so it's a good question. So how can we solve this? So before solving the question, let me understand what the question is saying and what approach we can use for this for solving this question. So okay, so in this question, we have given that the question has given to us that we have an array and an integer k. Okay, so and the game rules are every round we can compare with two integers, which is array of 0 and array of 1. And after comparing, we can find that which is larger and which is not larger, that is smaller. The larger one is wins, and it will be stored at the position 1 of the array. Okay, so it will going on and on. And after that, the game will end when an integer wins k consecutive time. Suppose you can see the example. Uh, in this case, you will understand everything about the question. And here you can see the array 2, 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7, and k is equal to 2. That means if any element is going to win, the element need to win at least two times. Okay, then we can return the element as the answer. Okay, so you can see the question. Let's say the rounds of the game, rounds of the game. Okay, so for the round one, you can see the array is this, and that means it will compare two with one. Here, after comparing two with one, this part you can see the winner will be two, and how many times two is win? Just for one time. So win count is one. Okay, so after the next round. You can see 2 is added at the last and 3 is there. So that means mm, which lose the game, that element will be added at the last, and who own the game, and that will element will be added on the array of 0 position. Okay, and after that, 2 and after comparing 2 and 3, we can see 3 will win the game because 3 is larger than 2. So win count of 3 is 1. Then we can see 3 and 5 because 2 will be added at the last, and 3 and 5 will be there in the next round. So you can see after comparing 3 and 5, as we know which will win, of course 5. So 5 is winning for the first time. That means win count is 1 right now. So after this time, C will be added to the last of the element, last of the array, and the 4 is the coming towards at the array of 1, and the fifth, which is the 5, which own the game in the last round, it will be stored at the array of 0. So after comparing 5 and 4, as we know, 5 is larger than 4, so that's why 5 will be winner again. So that means win count of 5 is 2. That means we find our answer that k equal to 2. Then we can return, yeah, 5 is the answer. Okay, so you can see here, so we can see that the 4 rounds will be played, and 5 is the winner because it wins two consecutive games. That means it need to win at two consecutive time. Okay, so you can see the another example over here. Let me explain. Okay, so the input is array equal to 3 to 1 is given, and k is equal to 10. That means array of size is 3. You can see over here, and the k is 3 k. That means k is k is greater than the array of length of the array. So that means we need to return the maximum of array. So how can I say this? We need to return the maximum of array. That means you can see over here, after how many times you will just compare every time 3 will win. Okay, in this case. And if the 3 is here, you can see the first time the 3 will win, the second time also the 3 will win, and every time the 3 will win, which is the maximum element of the array. So it will win every time. And if the 3 is in the last position, 2 is there, 1 is there, then also the same thing will apply. After you can see first in the first place you can see 2 will win. After the second round you can see the 3 will win and win and win, and it will win up to 10 times, more than 10 times, and the maximum element of the array 3 will be the answer. Okay, you can see the constant. That means we cannot use O of n square because we'll get a TLE. This because the array of length is can be 10 to the power 5 maximum array of I and these other things you can see. So we cannot use O of n square solution. So we have find the edge case first. So let me write the edge case first. So let me see. As we see that if k is greater than array of size, what will happen? We need to find the maximum element, which is maybe max LE, and let me think this is the minus infinity. We can consider is as int min, and we are going to solve this. We will find the maximum value of the maximum element of the array. So let me use the for loop and use what is the size. It will go up to the size minus one, which is array dot size, and after that I plus plus. We can we'll compare every time to get the maximum value, which is max of max element and the array of I. Okay, so which is the maximum element, it will find that, and after that we'll simply return the maximum element. Okay, not an issue. I hope you guys have understood this question. So after that, what can we do? Okay, we can do another thing that Mm, for this example, what can we do? We have, mm, as per the game rules, we have seen that we need to do solve this. The rule is that every time two elements will be compared. So what if we are comparing 2 and 1 for the first time, then 2 will own, and after that we don't need to add it at the end. We can simply compare 2 and 3 by using the loop. Can we? Can we? Yeah, we can. Okay, so 2 and 3 will be compared, then 3 will win, then 3 will be here, and you can swap it or not swap it, doesn't matter because we will not check it again, I guess. Let me check, I'm not sure about it. Let me see this. And after that, this is the 5. Then 3 and 5 will compare. We'll see that 5 will win the game. Then we'll get this. So we can use the while loop because you can see it is a guaranteed that we'll get a winner. So it will never be that don't have any winners. Okay, so let me consider an I, which is 1, because every time we'll compare with array of 0 and array of I will be this part. Okay, so after that, what we'll do, we'll just create an hash map, which is unordered map, because I'm using unordered map because the time complexity of inserting or deletion is just of 1. And let me see, and which is the count, which will count the occurrence, or not the occurrence, how many times the thing is winning. Let me give it as the win count, which will be more preferable, I guess. Okay, so let not me use follow. Instead of this, let use um, while loop, and I hope we'll get a guaranteed winner. That's why I can use while the one is there. That means every time it will be true, and we'll make a base case where we'll get the answer. We'll just return this part. So how can we do this thing? How can we? So let me think first. How can I do this, solve this problem? So every time we'll add that array of 0 will can be changed or not changed. So we don't care about this. It will be maximum of two elements. Okay. Array of 0 and array of I, which will be 1 to the number of elements minus 1. Okay. This is the thing. And let me do this array of 0 and yeah, array of I. And I want that it will increase every time. So this is how it will increase that first time this will be checked for array of I, then this will check for array of 1, then it will be checked for array of 2, then 3, then 4, then up to k minus 1 or n minus 1, what you can tell. And then we can add this thing at the win count of array 0, which will be every time may be unique or may not be unique, because it can be changed every time or it cannot be changed every time. Because you can see here, first time when you are comparing 2 with 1, it will not change. Then when you compare it 2 with 3, it will change with 3. Then we can see that every time the hash map value will be increased for the different values. Like for this case, it will be add for 3. It will be add for 3 for the first round. You can see here. Then after that, after second round, it will be 3. That means round this of 3. I mean the map which is the win count of 3 will be 1. Then it will be after that 5, and before 5 we comparing with 3 with 5, it will be like 5 is winning. Then 5 the map of 5 will be increased, that in win count is increased by 1. Then after that you can see that 5 is winning again. After comparing with the 4, then it will be 2. When 2, what we need to do, we will just what we'll do, we'll just check the k is equal to the win count of array, not this, array 0 or not. Okay, let me make it indent, make some indentation. Okay, so when we'll get this, it is same as the k. Then we'll do that. We can return the array of 0, which is the answer. So this is the solution, I guess. But you can see the return type is int, but this is not sure that every time we'll get the answer. But as per the question, we'll get guaranteed that we'll get the answer. So we can at the end, right? We have to like return any value, other value. So that means if we haven't get any kind of winner, we'll return -1. But we it will not occur anytime, because every time we'll get any winner as per the question. So I hope you have understood the concept. Let me check it is running or not. Okay, okay. You can see the question is accepted. The solution is accepted properly. And let me submit this problem from here. For some reasons, we're getting runtime error, but why? Hmm. Okay. So you can see that every time when I is increasing, that array of y have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 size. Okay, the size of array is 7, but after 7 it will be 8. So we cannot occur 8. We cannot find the element at the ninth position or 10th position, and more than the size we cannot find that. That's why we need to use our mod. Okay, so modular. Let me use the as like this. And okay, so after running this part, I hope there will not be any error. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's accepted. Let me submit. I hope will not get any kind of error right now. Okay, you can see the answer is accepted, and you can see, and let me explain the answer once again. So what we have done in this question. we have just as per the game, we need to just compare two values, array of 0 and array of any other thing. As per the question, what's our approach is, we this is the thing and this is the another part. Okay, let me make this thing bigger. This is the array of 0 and this is the another part. Okay. Okay. So when we are comparing with 2 with 1, we can see 2 will win. That means map of the win count of the 2 is 1 right now. Okay. Then after this, uh, one will be at the end, but as per our approach, we haven't do this. We just increase the value of I. That means I is over here, and we should be comparing with 2. And after comparing with 2 and 3, we'll know that 3 will win because it is larger than 2. So now the this will be 3 will be over here, and the 2 will be at the back. But as per our approach, we haven't do that, so the win count of 3 is just increased by 1. After that, here we have the 3, and I think here we have the 5. 3 and 5, we know 5 is the winner. Then winner 5 has win count of 1 because it's increased by 1, and it is 5 right now. After 5, we have here I is here, and this is 4. 5, after comparing 4 and 5, which can get that win count is 1. Okay, fine. Win count at 1 is in the first. Now the win count is increased by 1, which is 2. So we get that win count is 2 when the winner, as per the question, the winner is 5. So okay, not an issue. So this is my approach. I hope you guys have understand every part of this video.
Okay, so what is the time complexity and the space complexity of this solution? So let us see first that we need to find that the maximum element of the array when k greater than 1. That means in this case the time complexity will be uh, O of n. Okay, am I right? Yeah, I am right, because it will be checking for n times. That means the number of size, which is n. Let me consider. So it will, the time complexity for this part will be O of n. Okay, so what will be for this part? We have used a while loop, and this is an infinite loop. If we have not any answer, so what will be the time complexity? So let us see maximum how many times it will go. As per the question, we have guaranteed that there is a winner, so we can consider that the time complexity may or may be okay. Time complexity will be, you can consider k times. It will check that for the every element, maybe for the worst case the element will be checking for the k times for n. That means that, how can I say that, k times it will be checked for the n elements. Okay, that means we have 2 at the k, and suppose for any cases we need to check for the every element, but we haven't reached the k possibilities, k consecutive winnings. Then we'll check it for again, because first time we have get at least 1k, we have get one winning we have get, and then again we'll check, then at least again one winning we'll get, then we can find the answer. That means we need to check n elements for the k times at the worst case. Okay, so let me consider the worst case. So it will be k into n. Okay, k into n. So time complexity is kn. Let me capitalize this word. Time complexity will be kn, and in this part it will be O of n. That means the overall time complexity of this question is, time complexity is O of k into n. Okay, am I right? Yeah. So let me see the space complexity. So what will be the space complexity? For this case, we think we haven't used any extra space in this case, and we just used unordered map for counting, for tracking the count. Okay, so For this case it will go up to n times, that means the number of array, how many elements we have in the array, that much time it will getting bigger. Okay, so that means the space complexity for this win count will be O of n. Okay, so for this thing. Okay, so the for the solution the time space complexity will be this, because without this we haven't any other things which will take more, which you know that more space. Okay, so the space complexity for this code is O of n. Okay, so I have done with this question, so I hope you have guys understood everything, and thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next time.